Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at how to create a table using Microsoft Access. So let me go right ahead and share my screen. So when you enter the software Microsoft Access, the first thing it will ask you to do is to create your database. And like we mentioned before, a database is a collection of related information. A database is a collection of related information. So it's just gonna ask you where you want to store the information, where you want your file to be named. So the first thing we're gonna do is to ensure that we're on the option that says blank database. And then we're going to put a name for our database. And in this case, we're using student info. This will allows us to select a location for the document. And right now, mine is going to be stored in documents, and that's fine with me. And then I'm going to select the option that says create. The first thing that will be displayed in your database, though, is a table. But this table doesn't really have the names of the columns or anything as yet. So what we're going to be doing now is to go to the table structure. To access the table structure, we're going to click on the icon that says View, specifically the section that has the ruler and the pencil. And then it's going to ask us to name our table. We're going to call this table Grade 5 and press OK. So here we have the table structure. The table structure gives you a list of field names, data types, description, and size for your fields. Right. So the field names are basically the columns on the database. The field names are basically the columns on the database. The data type tells you what type of information would you like to be accepted in each of the fields. Description, what kind of data am I expecting? Just giving your users a little cue as to what they are supposed to put in the fields. And then the size. It will automatically select a size for you, but sometimes you don't want it to be that long, so you can always change it. So let's go right ahead and enter our field names. So for this one, my field name will be ID, ID number or ID num. And then I'm going to go ahead and select first name to be the next one, and then last name, and then I'm going to use age, and I'm also going to use date of birth. Now that we have our field names, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to change the data types to what we want to be accepted in the field. Auto number will automatically generate a number for you. Text will allow you to enter alphanumeric keys, that is letters and numbers and special characters. Memo will allow you to write a short text within the database. Number will allow you to enter numeric values. Date and time would allow you, like the name suggests, to accept date and time. Currency is money. Auto number, we mentioned that before, yes or no. It allows you to choose between two options. And we also have OLE object, we have hyperlink, we have attachment, we have calculated, we have lookup wizard. So we're going to be selecting for the ID number, we're going to select text because we're going to be using letters and numbers. For the first name, we're going to leave this as text. Last name, we're going to leave this as text. Age, we can change this to number because for the age, we're going to be entering number. Date and time, we can change, my bad. The date of birth, we can change it to date and time. But I also want you to pay attention to the field size, because the field size here for text is 255. We don't want such a large space. We can limit our ID number to size 10. Our first name can stay at 20. Our last name can stay at 20. We can always go back and adjust this if we want. It's not really a big deal. All right, and we can put a description here if we want. So I'm going to go right ahead to show you what the table looks like after you have finished sorting out the table structure. I'm going to click on View. specifically the table looking structure above the word view. It's going to prompt me to ask me, do you want to save this table now? I'm going to select the option that says yes. So here we have it. This is our table. And then we're going to enter, first thing first, we're going to enter the name. So say the name is Shari Gardner, right? For the ID number though, I'm going to put SG, which is my initial, and then I'm going to write 001 for the initial. My age, let's say I'm 10 years old. My date of birth, it allows you, there's a calendar beside it that allows you to select the day, my date of birth here. But I'm just gonna put something random. Say this is my date of birth. I'm gonna select this date. All right. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Say the next person is Salma Lewis. So Salma Lewis will be SL for her initial, and her number would be 002. So I'm going to go ahead right now and type Salma Lewis. Age, she's 12. Salma Lewis is 12. And then I'm going to go right ahead and select her date of birth. After selecting her date of birth, I'm going to move on to my third person, which is John Brown. John, oh, my bad. JB for John Brown, 003. And then here I'm going to write John. And then I'm going to write Brown. This person's age is 11. And then we go right ahead and select the date of birth that reflects the age. All right. So here we have it, our basic table. This is our first table in database, and this is what we did. I'm just going to go right ahead and go back to my view. I just want to show you something on the table structure. This little key right here is used to refer to the primary key, right? I normally, when I'm typing, sometimes I will take it off, or sometimes I'll keep it on depending on the quantity of information that I'm entering and what I'm entering. But in a different video, we're going to go through the primary keys so you know the characteristics of it and what it's used for. All right, so here you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching our first video on database. Do enjoy the rest of your day.